Hi, everyone, and happy Lent. Just getting a little situated here so that we can come together today on Friday the 4th, which is a couple of days after we began the Lenten season with the beginning of Ash Wednesday. And I'm really grateful for all of you who were able to join and be a part of the Ash Wednesday experience. If you weren't able to do so on Wednesday evening, you can still catch it on our YouTube or Facebook channels so you can experience that very contemplative, meditative service. We're going to just give a chance for a few people to join us. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and find myself here on Facebook so that I can share it on my personal page. And so, hello, Marie. Welcome. Thanks so much for being with us today. And I see a few other people that are coming on to watch. Good morning, Joe. Great seeing you. And Aurora, it is a blessed day. And, we're doing this series on Wednesdays and Fridays where just for a few moments, Reverend Chris and I are coming on to just share with you from the Lenten booklet from Unity World Headquarters. It's a booklet that has over 40 writers just sharing a daily inspiration. And so on Wednesdays and Fridays, we're going to come in and just share that inspiration with you. But I'm also putting on the chat the link where you can download your own free copy of this Lenten booklet and allow it to support you during this time. At Ash Wednesday service, I mentioned that this is really a rite of passage in many ways. The Lenten season is all about preparation and moving through whatever we need to move through in order to more fully express our own Christhood as represented and celebrated during Holy Week and especially Easter. So I'm grateful that you're with us, and we're just going to get started. I'm going to read to you from this booklet, and afterwards just share a few words about how I understand it. And actually, I was really inspired, so I want to invite you into a specific practice for today based on the reading. So this is from the booklet itself, and it's for Friday, March 4th. I release a habit of judging others. This is the day when I choose to dismantle and eliminate the habit of building thought boxes in which I place the judgments I make about people I live with, people with whom I work, and others I may encounter throughout the day. This is also the day when I choose to eliminate the negative labels I design based on a person's appearance or actions. I release the habit of accepting the judgments presented to me by my acquaintances, realizing I have already accumulated more than enough to work on releasing. There really isn't any room to accommodate the negative labels that others want to send my way. I am forever grateful for the understanding that as I judge others, I am in effect judging myself. I now know that the labels I attribute to others reflect my state of consciousness and reside within me. I take time to eliminate them. I declare that they can no longer reside within my being, and I release them to the nothingness that they are. And this was inspired from John chapter 7, verse 24. Do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment. As I read this a little earlier today, what was coming up for me were a couple of things. First of all, for those of you who may know this spiritual teacher, Maria Namath, she's one of my favorite prosperity teachers, actually. And one of the things that she talks about is how we have structures of knowing. And these are basically the filters by which we see the world. It's the structures that we have created around our thoughts and judgments and belief systems. And one of the things that she invites us into is to recognize some of the structures of knowing that are already within us and start to work to dismantle it. And so that's by really questioning our judgments. And so maybe today is not possible to stop the judgments, but maybe we can just be mindful. And so that's the practice that I'm going to be moving into today when I realize that I am making a judgment about someone or something, just asking myself, is that true? Do I have to believe that? What makes me believe that? And so maybe it's not about releasing the judgment, but going deeper into it to see what comes up. Like, what is the message in this situation for me? What is it that I must heal? What is it that I must look at? And so that's one of the practices that I invite you into today based on this reading, and one that I'll take on. But the other one is maybe a little more to do with the idea of the labels that we give to others and how those are a reflection of our state of consciousness. Like, um, one of the quotes or one of the verses from the Bible that came up for me when Moses is speaking to God through the burning bush, and Moses asks, "Well, who are you?" The burning bush or God responds, "I am that I am. I am that I am." And a while back, I remember there was a movie, I think, that invited somebody to, and, just to look around and say exactly that, in our connectedness, in our oneness with all that is around us as part of our consciousness, we are able to look at everything and say, I am that. I am. I am that I am. There's a reflection of me in everything that I see. And what if, when we are in judgment and we judge somebody or we label somebody, take a moment, take a pause, and say, hmm, I am that I am. And just ask ourselves, well, I just placed this judgment on somebody else. Can that same label be applied to me? How am I that same label or that judgment? And just to question and see if there's anything that comes up, if there's anything that we have to take a look at. It also offers us an opportunity to open our hearts and be more compassionate, right? Like looking at somebody and saying they're lazy. Well, how am I lazy? And is that okay? Is being lazy okay? Right? I mean, it's okay for me, in some aspects, and so maybe it's okay for them, right? That would be some of what would come up for me. But also, if I say, well, it's not okay for me, then it's no longer about the other person, but it's something that I'm working on for myself. And so these are two different practices that maybe you want to take on today as part of the Lenten process of preparation and the rite of passage that we are moving into or through to more fully accept who we are as sacred, holy expressions of the Christ. So, yeah, Pam, we are hard on judging ourselves quite a bit, right? And so the opportunity to release, where does it come from? Where does that judgment come from? And be curious about it and question it. Is it true? Can be a really powerful thing, maybe that you want to take on today. So that's just sort of where I am with this. I'm really looking forward now that I have like some idea of the intentionality that I want to move through today. I'm excited about it, and I invite all of us to be as excited as we move into a very conscious and intentional practice with the Lenten season and with this reading based on the affirmation, I release a habit of judging others. As we do that, we release the habit of judging ourselves. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. And I just see that you just popped in, Callie. So hello, and I'm sure we'll connect again. Have a wonderful day, everyone.